As the member at large for the Western Canada Region Board for the 2020-2022 biennium, I would just like to say hi and welcome to all of you amazing members. As I originally thought when I took this position on the board, it has been a never-ending learning curve of just how amazing our organization is and has been for decades. Learning more about the history, happy 100 years, Soroptimist, attending webinars, and Zoom meetings and sharing with other clubs and their members has been enlightening. I've learned more about Soroptimist's role in ending FGM and human trafficking, to name a couple, and the creative effort put forward towards fundraising and the award ceremony during the pandemic. You know, we rock, all of you, all around the globe. And from what I've seen this past year, nothing's going to stop us. In the evolution of technology, I've been able to attend meetings and events hosted by members and their clubs in the region. And it's been a great opportunity to engage so easily this way. But being able to meet in person, the congratulatory pat on the back and the hugs will never be replaced on screen. It's in my opinion that our organization feels that it's based on engaging face-to-face, supporting and encouraging in person, being there. Governor Roseanne often spoke about missing the hugs and the person-to-person smiles. I'm hoping that we'll all cross our fingers to realize Roseanne's wish that this ends soon and we can get back to doing the great things that we do even better in person. I would also like to take the time to thank the other members of the board, Suzanne Herron, Donna Duval, Janae Carr, Colleen Schmidt, recently Shari Grant, and you, Ro, for welcoming me to the board and being such inspiring mentors. I wish I could hug you all.
Good morning, Governor Suzanne, Federation Secretary Treasurer Jackie, Federation Board Member BJ, Soroptimist International President Sharon Fisher, Western Canada Region Board Members, Soroptimist and guests. Here's my Board Secretary report. I attended and minuted 8 Western Canada Region Board meetings between July of last year and April of this year. The first 7 were under Governor Roseanne and the last under Governor Suzanne. Attended virtual SIA convention and some of the UN Status of Women sessions. It was amazing to see women from all over the world and especially wonderful to recognize our Canadian members in some of the Zoom rooms. Enjoyed attending Board Buddy club meetings and events, also held by Zoom, and got to know those clubs and some as well from Eastern Canada region. Reached out to the Western Canada region clubs to update member names and emails in preparation for the conference call. Attended on March 26th the President's Zoom call and distributed the recorded minute notes from the chat afterwards, and it was so precious because the next day I received a thank you from Governor Rowe. She had left the meeting a little bit early as she wasn't feeling well. I'm sure that's probably the last time a lot of us saw her. She signed her note, Proud Governor Rowe, and then she put the finishing touches on the call to conference that went out to members a few days later. And here we are now at conference. Governor Rowe would be proud of us and reminding all Soroptimists that we can do it. Respectfully submitted, Janae Carr, Board Secretary. Thank you.
Good morning, Governor Suzanne, Western Canada Board Governor, and Seroptimus members. This is so hard. I've tried this 3 times. Welcome everybody, and I hope that everyone is doing well. Since our last conference, we have continued to meet and function virtually, which has slightly changed the dynamics of our proposed budget. But with a drop in membership, we've also had a drop in expenses, and most of those are involving our travel. Our internally restricted funds for convention, conference, gender equality, growth and development all have a positive balance for when we can participate in person again at these events. We continue to reevaluate our finances so that we can best serve the region's needs. And I want to thank you all for your patience as we navigate and navigated the new club and member liability insurance expenses, and let you know if you need any help at all with Club Treasurer's tasks, please contact me. I'm always available if you need anything. And thank you very much. And respectfully submitted by Donna DeVol.
Thank you so much, Susan and Janae and Donna. And before I start our governor-elect report, I want to apologize. I forgot at the beginning of the day, I meant to give a huge welcome to Louise Johnson, who is with us today. And many folks will remember Louise as a past governor and also a past SIA board member. So thank you so much for joining us today, Louise. I'm so glad that you could be here. And so now, Shari and I will both have something to say in the governor-elect's report. The governor-elect, along with other board members, serves as board buddy to 3 or 4 clubs to be a resource for them. And I have so enjoyed visiting clubs, and I would recommend this to everyone, not just board buddies, because you will get to see some new ideas and meet more dynamite women. 3 tasks that are particular to the governor-elect are to organize the Francis Wagner Award, to organize Region Retreat, and to serve on the Gender Equality Now Committee. So I began all of those, handing them over to Shari a month ago. I will add here that we have a truly awesome chair of our Gen 4 committee, Janet Law of SI Vancouver, who has been working in the field of gender equality for years and has some stellar connections to potential partners and resources. Gen 4 is going to be another high-profile Seroptimus advocacy event. I also attended some SIA headquarters meetings with Governor Rowe and on her behalf. Headquarters recognizes that leaders need to be developed and has opened up the round tables, for example, to governors-elect. Shari graciously jumped into this role a month ago. And Shari, would you like to share anything about your journey so far?
Thank you, Suzanne, Governor Suzanne. It was obviously a big shock to be offered this opportunity to serve as interim governor-elect. I am very honored to be put in this position. I am sorry for the circumstances, as we all are, because it's very a very bittersweet situation. I'm very thankful to everybody who has reached out to me with offers of support. I really appreciate that. I'm really looking forward to the opportunity to serve as the governor-elect for this next year. And I hope that I will get an opportunity to interact with my 3 buddy clubs more in the coming days. And I'm really looking forward to the rest of conference. So thank you to everyone, and enjoy the rest of your conference. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shari. So for the governor's report, Roseanne was in the position of governor for the good part of this past year, and she was busy. She was dedicated in spite of battling cancer. So what was she up to? Insurance. Oh my God, when we realized we could not be a part of SIA's insurance program, Roseanne, with the help of past Governor Melanie and past Governor Angela's husband, Bob, worked with the Eastern Canada region to find a broker for liability insurance and directors and officers insurance. And holy smokes, it took a long time. But that had just finished when headquarters put a pause on all face-to-face meetings. And Roe guided the board in deciding our Western Canada response, which was to follow our public health directives and to review every single club procedure to ensure that they are compliant. She explored venues and chose the Laurel Point Inn for our 2022 conference. And she sourced her favorite resource person, Joan MacArthur Blair, who many of you will remember from the Gen 3. Roseanne was an advocate herself, and she responded very positively to Yannicka Lewis's request to explore advocacy on the issue of sex trafficking in Canada. And she dispatched me to follow up with that. And so you will hear from Yannicka today. She was concerned about our clubs, both ongoing engagement during Zoom era and recruitment. So she asked Public Awareness Chair Shirley to investigate a social media campaign for the region. And she had Membership Chair Linda, with Colleen Penrally's help, working with the virtual club toward their charter. She had a goal of chartering 4 new clubs in her biennium, and I think we should all take up that challenge. Roseanne also initiated and set up the first president's meeting, which, as Secretary Janae mentioned, showed her determination to soldier on despite her illness. When I became governor, there was just a month to go until this conference. So I'm very grateful to Diane, Shirley, Shelley, Leah, Brenda, Colleen, and Emma, and Shay for bringing me up to speed and working through the changes needed and all the details. I also completed with Governor-elect Shari and mentoring from past Governor Melanie, our Healthy Region report to headquarters, and met with our board buddy, I'm calling you our board buddy, Secretary Treasurer Jackie DeMartini. We've continued our president's meetings, and I'm very pleased to have filled all the region positions that needed to be shuffled or filled. Now that took a while because apparently not everyone has gotten the memo that you are not allowed to say no to the governor. Well, okay, I'm just teasing. We can't help out others if we're not looking after ourselves. So kudos to the folks who turned me down, and immense gratitude to the marvelous women who have stepped up to make a truly awesome team. And that is my governor's report, respectfully submitted to you all.